What up, world? It's your boy Amp Dog back with another episode of Politickin. Hey man, make sure y'all hit the like, share, subscribe button. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Big Amp Dog said, "What's the deal?" And today we gotta talk about Tyler Perry, man. This is another power player within the black community who we seeing uh, going down from just could it be frivolous or could it be legitimate? But he has a lawsuit filed from an actor that played in one of his shows, The Oval. He just filed this lawsuit Friday. The actor's name is Derek Dixon, so he ain't going by John Doe or nothing like that. It's like on some, it's me, Tyler. It was me. But anyway, he alleges Perry uses influence in the entertainment industry to prevent Dixon from speaking out until now. Now, he still got very much influence in the entertainment industry. So I don't know. It had to be another superpower that gave you the strength to just come out with this lawsuit. But at this point in time, Tyler Perry's attorney Matthew Boyd, he basically denied all allegations in the statement. This is an individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam, the statement said. But Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail. So they say Dixon appeared on 85 on the 85th episode of The Oval, which has had 6 seasons run on BET Network. The actor's most recent appearance came during the latest season of the series earlier this year. He's seeking 260 million in damages. So at this point, the lawsuit alleges Mr. Perry took his success and power and used his considerable influence in the entertainment industry to create a coercive, sexually exploitative dynamic with Mr. Dixon, initially promising his career advancement and creative opportunities such as producing his pilot and casting him in his show, only to subject him to escalating sexual harassment, assault, and battery, and professional retaliation when Mr. Dixon did not reciprocate Mr. Perry's unwanted advances. It also alleges the behavior happened during Dixon's time as a series regular on the Oval. Mind you, they say regular. This is just what they following. And this is also a part of the publication. I believe this is TMZ. So this is also their narrative on the details that they have. So saying that he was a regular and he only appeared twice is crazy. But it alleges the behavior happened during Dixon's time as a series regular on the Oval when Perry held direct control over his employment, compensation, and creative opportunities. This is why there's no fraternizing in the workplace because it doesn't matter. You could have flirted with him, and at this point, I'm going on past the whole initial shock of Tyler Perry tried to sexually saw a man, and no, we already knew Medea was played perfectly, and it only could be played perfectly by a woman or a man who is of that community. You know what I'm saying? And so we ain't gonna take nothing away from Tyler Perry right at this moment, but a lot of the stuff that he's done leading up to this lawsuit coming out, as far as the speech on BET during the BET Awards and stuff like that, it shows why he was popping the way he was popping it as far as his speech went. But the lawsuit reported Tuesday by TMZ says the Perry first noticed Dixon in 2019 when Dixon was a part of the event staff at a Perry party and later offered him an audition. At that point, if I'm there as a staff, I'm just there to coordinate and help the party flow or do whatever, like whether I'm passing out hors d'oeuvres, you know what I'm saying, or glasses of wine, cheese and salami. I don't know, but being a part of the event staff, you're basically prepping that party. Ain't no way unless I done been on a few auditions or something. Ain't no way I'm gonna expect. Like it's like if it's too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. And at this point, this dude doing event staff work just thought that it was gonna be by chance that Tyler Perry would notice him. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. This is it's all freaky tweaky. We got Diddy, we got Tyler Perry. You know what I mean? But basically, he later offered him an audition after noticing him at his party, which I wouldn't assume that Tyler Perry party would be, you know, that small to where you'll stand out enough like that, you know. So at this point, I gotta feel like this person is targeting me or something. You know what I mean? Like you pick me out of everybody, so and you want to make me an actor? Nigga, I just got done serving salami and crackers on this platter, you know. But Dixon would first appear in a small role on Perry's series Ruthless before getting the bigger role on the political drama The Oval. Perry soon, they say Perry soon began sending unwanted sexual text messages to Dixon, according to the lawsuit, which included alleged screenshots of several of them. So he got the proof. Again, we're not shocked that Tyler Perry is going after a male Karen. You know what I mean? We all assumed, at least most of us, from just the general type of conversation that I've seen surrounding Tyler Perry and how he move and his roles he play or the movies he chooses to put on. Everybody kind of already knew, you know, he was a God fearing, you know, a man of that community, which is okay. So I don't want to be acting all shocked like, you know, but what is it going for you to take what is it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? One of the messages say. The lawsuit claims Perry offered Dixon an increasingly prominent role on the show as his sexual advances became more aggressive. At that time, sir, and again, we're going to assume this person isn't of the community, or even if he is of the community, he is not interested in this person of Tyler Perry. You know, so in the lawsuit, the actor says he tried to remain friendly while maintaining boundaries. Dixon did his best to tiptoe around Mr. Perry's sexual aggression while keeping on Mr. Perry's good side. The lawsuit says Mr. Perry made it clear to Dixon that if Dixon ignored Perry or failed to engage in the sexual innuendos, Dixon's character would die. The lawsuit alleges Perry eventually sexually assaulted Dixon on multiple occasions, including an instance where he forcibly pulled off Mr. Dixon's clothing, groped his buttocks, and attempted to force himself on Dixon. So, for you guys to be at this point, because he said he started off with text messages and screenshots, I'm hoping that he provide his replies and all that. But at this point in time, it seems to be you didn't cut that you didn't cut that off right away, you know, and for you to feel like, you know, your job and your character on the show would be somehow tarnished or harmed by you not following through with these I guess advances, you know. He wants us to believe that he just wasn't for it. No, it seems like he was pretty much for it, but it got to a point where he wasn't, which is like we always say, no means no. Ain't that what that girl said to everybody's favorite uncle? No means no, Shannon. You know, so sometimes your money and your power can't buy a yes. So that's what I will say. Dixon clearly told Perry no, but was initially until but initially was ignored until he was able to de-escalate the situation and change the subject. So yeah, he got to be a part of the community because he said he forcibly pulled his pants down, but he was able to change the subject So did you change the subject after or before you chose to react to your pants being pulled down and your butt being grabbed? And I don't know. But we not victim shaming. It's just I do want to highlight the discrepancies, the ways that all these things could be in a way just used as a way to keep pushing the narrative. You know what I mean? Because don't get me wrong. Do I believe this? I don't know because I wasn't there. But is it possible in my eyes? I believe anything's possible. Now if it was a woman, and not to say I don't believe women, but if it was a woman in this situation, I'd be like, nah, I thought Tyler was gay. You know what I mean? But the fact that it is a man, and then it's a white man, so it's like Dr. Umar got to step in at some point in time and say something about this. Hey, come on, y'all, Snow Bunny's never, whatever he say. But it goes for the community of black men as well. Um, so they say that Dixon clearly told Perry no, but was initially ignored until he was able to de-escalate the situation. The following day, the suit claims Perry apologized and told Dixon he would work with Dixon on a TV pilot Dixon was seeking to produce. So at this point in time, that ain't nothing more than an old dude walking up to yo cousin, and your cousin 35, this dude 60, and you like, man, leave that old nigga alone. You know what I'm saying? But she like, but no, he believe in me. He gonna help me start my weave selling business or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever the case may be. The sugar daddy more so, and that's what it seemed like Tyler Perry was trying to be to this young white man. You know, so Dixon says he later received a raise that the lawsuit suggests was part of an attempt to keep him quiet. Um, no, I don't think Tyler Perry gives a fuck at this point. He just bragged on stage at the BET Awards, which is predominantly black audience, and said, "You know how many millionaires I made." So I don't think he was trying to keep you quiet. At that point, he don't give a fuck. You think what you want about that man. He into you. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you trying to come with a lawsuit, you got to give us more evidence on why you wasn't into him and how you was, as a grown man, able to keep yourself in these predicaments. Perry also produced and bought the rights to the pilot called Losing It, but the lawsuit alleges Perry had no intention of selling the show and was using it only for leverage over Dixon. All right, that's a little shady. But you only look, a person only gonna do to you what you allow them to do to you. That's a fact. The lawsuit describes several other alleged assaults. In one of those alleged instances, the suit claims Perry climbed into bed with Dixon uninvited and groped him while Dixon was staying in the guest room at Perry's house. It also alleges that Dixon eventually moved from Atlanta home to Perry's production studio. Hold on. Let me read that over. It also alleges that Dixon eventually moved from Atlanta to Perry's production studio to Los Angeles to put distance between the two of them. But Mr. Perry continued to sexually harass Mr. Dixon. So Mr. Dixon, it says, damn, I gotta read it for a third time. It also alleges that Dixon eventually moved from Atlanta. Okay, so he moved from Atlanta, which is the home to Perry's production studio, to Los Angeles to put distance to him. Now, if you move to Los Angeles from Atlanta, why you ain't change your phone number in the first place? Because the only way he gonna harass you is. But anyway, Dixon in 2024 filed a complaint with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. According to the lawsuit, the suit alleges that Dixon quit the show when the producers did not take action to investigate his accusations, even after he had filed the complaint with the EEOC. CBS News and the Associated Press do not typically name people who say they have been sexually abused unless they come forward publicly, as Dixon has. The Oval is one of many television series executive producer written by and directed by the 55-year-old Tyler Perry, who first became known as the creator of Medea. Okay, so at this point, I'm scared to read the text messages, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Um, I'm gonna be real with y'all, but we gonna pull them up because I do wanna see if this dude. I just want to see if this dude is really a victim or not. Because at this point, it seemed like he willing to go as far as Tyler willing to pay. In situations like that, we gotta be able to call people out on they BS. You know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, let me see. Yeah, I ain't about to read all that. I ain't about to read all that. These dudes was damn near in a relationship, and it's crazy because right before all this hit the news, I seen a picture with Tyler Perry on a boat with a guy, and uh, it was innocent. Two guys on the boat. I don't know if it was a fishing boat or whatever, but two guys on the boat. You didn't see no women or nothing like that or anything like that. So it was like, okay, where's this going? But now it makes sense. They leaked that picture to get the traction going. But at this point, let's read some of these text messages. What is it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have y'all found that yet in therapy? Yes, it's the exact same kind of car, Geo Metro. Giving up my religious guilt, becoming a Buddhist, that's so cool. Where you came from. Unfortunately, Derek, I have friends who are in their 50s and 60s who are still dealing with that, and it's so sad. You can be have freedom from religious guilt and still believe in Christ. Oh no, not Mr. Perry. You trying to talk this man into sinning? Oh no, Mr. Perry, you trying to send this man into sinning? Mm mm mm. Nice. Santa Monica is nice. I'm glad you're going out there. How is your no? How is your no? Is it stronger? You gotta have a strong no. Yes, it's strong. My mom literally thinks I'm going to sell my soul to the Illuminati. She heard Kanye say that it's real. Well, I don't think that, but I do think that you have to be able to say no and mean it and make it clear. I only say yes if it gets me an Oscar. JK, JK, JK. Now, I'm going to tell you, this man is clearly flirting with Tyler Perry. JK, JK, JK. I ain't going to lie. A grown ass man respond to me with JK, JK, I'm going to block you. It's an automatic block. Don't JK me. JK, JK, JK. Don't do that. Don't do that. Matter of fact, look, I'll tell you what we do. But yeah, don't do that. We ain't doing that. You is not hell no. Nah. Well, the one who could have gotten that for you through sex is in prison. So just stick to the no unless you're really into him. I ain't gonna lie, it sound like grooming, but it sound like he knowing who to pick, he knowing who to target. You know what I'm saying? Why did that photo make me jealous? You two together. Haha, I don't know. It's just Brad, lol. Yeah, he's a little aggressive. He's a little aggressive. He just wanted to go for a quick walk to get his steps in, and now I'm walking to Chipotle by myself, lol. Thick Derek, get that Chipotle. I ain't gonna lie. I'm done with this. I'm gonna have to edit out this video. I'm done with this dude talking about all kind of crazy stuff, calling dudes thick. Tyler Perry, I don't think you I don't know. You probably did. You probably did. But we gonna see how this goes. The text messages to me are damning. But at the same time, it do seem like it's no coercion, it's no force. It just seemed like a person that was flirting back. And at the end of the day, if you felt like a person was really doing you any kind of way, you do what you got to do to get that out of your system. Shoot it down, cut it off. Is sayonara. But the fact that he fed into it, it do seem like a money grab at the end of the day. Like maybe your role didn't work out. He said he had a reoccurring role. I only could see 2 episodes he was in, as late as, the past season that they got. So I don't know, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Big M Dog said, what's the deal? And as always, man, protect yourself, protect your family, and protect your peace. Peace.